So guys, Nnamdi Kanu's release is what is obtainable for us Nigerians at the moment. As I've kept on telling you guys all the time that Nnamdi Kanu will definitely be released. Despite all the false accusation, despite all the charges on Nnamdi Kanu, as you know that Nnamdi Kanu recently declined his defense, saying I will not enter defense because there is no case. Well, as I've been saying earlier, I've been telling you guys that Nnamdi Kanu is a man of his words. He abides by anything he says. And he boldly makes some statement and speech in court that makes us wonder, why is this man still in detention? When we know that this man is truly an innocent man and he has no case against him. There is no charge against Nnamdi Kanu because he's innocent and he should be set free. But I don't understand why Tinubu and his government keep leaving Nnamdi Kanu in detention. I've kept on telling you guys that Nnamdi Kanu is a prophet. All the things he said some years ago about the insecurity happening in our country, Nigeria, is what is happening now. And the reality now is we are seeing it with our eyes. As you all know, recently, Trump has now made a decision to intervene in the insecurity happening, in the large number of killings of the Christians. Trump now wants to intervene, saying that this needs to stop. It is getting too much and it must stop. Trump wants to put an end to that. I've kept on telling you guys, Nnamdi Kanu is a prophet, and he said this thing some years ago, and we all felt that he was just saying it. We all felt to like fold our arms and watch Nnamdi Kanu say something like this. Well, we should be apologizing to Nnamdi Kanu for that, because Nnamdi Kanu all these things. Well, without wasting much of your time, there are videos I want you guys to watch. There is a video I do not want you guys to miss personally. I want you guys to watch this particular video. Watch in full details. And when we are back, we will continue. So stay put and watch the video that will be displayed on your screen.
In today's proceedings, Nnamdi Kanu continues to defend himself against the charges brought by the federal government of Nigeria bordering on terrorism and membership of IPOB. Today is unique because today he interrogated the court and the prosecution and charged them to prove to him or to show him what law he is alleged to have contravened. You know, this is Nigeria. We practice what we call written laws. If the laws are not made or written by the National Assembly, then they are not in existence. And if the laws have been repealed, of course, repealing means cancel. If a law is repealed, it means that law is no longer existing. Now, if a law has been repealed, according to Nnamdi Kanu, he cannot be asked to stand trial on those laws. And he has asked them to show him the law under which he is tried. And it is for the court and the prosecution to say, you are tried under section so and so of this law. And if you do that, you will now check whether those laws are still existent in Nigeria. If they are not existent in Nigeria, then it means the young man may actually be correct to say that there is no charge against him. Of course, knowing that there is no law existing such as the ones we are furnished with. Part of the challenge we have in this court is that the Supreme Court had also ruled that there is nothing like Chapter 45 of Criminal Code. There is nothing like Chapter 45 of covering on Criminal Code. And Nnamdi Kanu is being tried under that Chapter 45 that the Supreme Court has said does not exist. So, which law, which defense do you want him to put in a case where there is no written law? I, for one, I don't know how to even defend or interpret such. If the law is not existing, the best thing is to strike out the charge and let the young man go home. And that is why he told them, how can you detain me for over 3-4 years when the law is not existing? When the law has been repealed, when the law has been cancelled? How can you detain me for 3-4 years when there is no law like Chapter 45 of the Criminal Code? So, he is challenging the judiciary, he is challenging the Nigerian authorities, he is challenging all well-meaning and all well-thinking Nigerians to find out, to ask, to raise the issue and find out whether in this country the laws have changed to such that you cannot try people when there is no law in place. Can you try people when there is no written law? If you ask me to enter a defense, is it enough for me to defend a written law that I may have breached? If you say I breached section 2 million and there is nothing like section 2 million anywhere in this world, for goodness sake, are you not jeopardizing my right to fair hearing when you ask me to defend myself against section 2 million when section 2 million does not exist? That is the simple question Nnamdi Kanu posed today. And unfortunately or incidentally, the court ruled that it will not answer that question now. They will answer it at the end of trial. And Nnamdi Kanu is saying, how can you try me when there is no law? You must first of all cross the hurdle by bringing up the law that I preach. Then you cannot try me under those laws. If you cannot try me, if you want to try me under a law that does not exist, then it is a breach of my fundamental human rights. So that is as simple as Nnamdi Kanu put it today in black and white. And he relied heavily on section 35, 36, subsection 12 of our constitution. Thank you.
Welcome back once again. I believe we've all watched the video that was just displayed to you on your screen. As I told you guys not to miss this particular video. From what you've watched, you heard, let me pick one thing from what that man said. He said, Nnamdi Kanu told him in court, how can you try me when there is no law? It's not possible. These people keep bringing out and forging out fake reports to try Nnamdi Kanu, but Nnamdi Kanu is declining defense, saying, no, you cannot try me when there is no law. It is not possible. It's never your right to try me when there is no law. Nnamdi Kanu quoted a fundamental right for them, telling them that this has never happened and it can never happen. As I kept on telling you guys, Nnamdi Kanu is a man full of confidence and boldness. Anything he speaks is what he abides to. Nnamdi Kanu cannot say anything under the fear of anybody. Nnamdi Kanu fears no man. This is why I love Nnamdi Kanu. He's a respected man. Anywhere he goes, people feel that Nnamdi Kanu is a man of truth and boldness. That's what Nnamdi Kanu is known for. His personality alone speaks for him. So why do these people keep detaining Nnamdi Kanu? Why? This is what I keep asking myself all the time. Because Nnamdi Kanu doesn't deserve to be there. Despite them bringing out related charges on Nnamdi Kanu, that's never worth it. Forging fake reports from the Nigerian Medical Association on Nnamdi Kanu. They are even forcing Nnamdi Kanu to enter trial with his health condition. Nnamdi Kanu is sick and his health is deteriorating, but they are still forcing him to enter trial. Why are they doing all this? I pray Nnamdi Kanu gets released one day so that we'll realize all what I've been saying. That Nnamdi Kanu is a true prophet. Everything he said is what is coming to pass. And Trump finally is going to be intervening in the insecurity and the too much killing of Christians in Nigeria, because it's getting out of hand. Now, let's go into food so that we'll know what happened today. Tinubu moves to conclude Nigerian ambassadorial appointment amid Trump's tweets. Now, let's see the full details. After recalling all Nigerian ambassadors abroad, President Bola Tinubu is preparing to finalize the appointment of envoys to the country's foreign missions. Multiple presidency officials said the delay has left most missions headed by charges they are faced with limited authority, affecting Nigeria's diplomatic engagements worldwide. It is going to be concluded very soon, one senior official told Punch. They are just cleaning it up now, because since the time the president sent it to the Senate, some people on the list have died, and some have retired and are no longer eligible for appointment. Some of them have less than 1 year left in service. The official explained. He added that the Senate had already screened the nominees, noting that the cleanup was to ensure that no one due for retirement remained on the list. The list of those screened has left the Senate long ago. It has been returned to the president, the source said. Another source confirmed that security and background clearances were completed months ago, but revisions became necessary after several nominees passed away, took new appointment, or opted out due to ill health. The earlier list sent to the Senate is outdated. Some of the nominees have died, while others are no longer qualified, the official said. The cleanup will ensure that the final list reflects those still available and eligible. The process can be completed in a week. It doesn't take long to re-verify new names. Now, another headline, as you can see on your screen, U.S. lawmaker and more accuses Kanu ex-governor Rabiu Kwankwaso of complicity in killing of Christians. Now let's get into full details. United States lawmaker Riley Moore has accused former Kano State Governor Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso of complicity in the killings of Christians in Nigeria. He made the remark after Kwankwaso reacted to the United States government's plan to carry out a military operation in Nigeria. Governor, do you care to comment on your own complicity in the death of Christians? Moore wrote on social media. He insisted Sharia law. You signed the law that makes so-called blasphemy punishable by death. He added, Kwankwaso had earlier issued a statement in response to US President Donald Trump's recent comment on Nigeria. The former Kano governor signed Sharia law in November 2000. I have noted with increasing concern the heightened pronouncement on Nigeria by President Donald Trump. This follows his designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern. It is important to emphasize that our country is a sovereign nation whose people face different treatment from outlaws across the country. The insecurity we face does not distinguish based on religious, ethnic, or political beliefs. The United States should assist the Nigerian authorities with better cutting-edge technology to tackle these problems rather than posing a threat that could further polarize our country. The Nigerian government should also consider appointing special envoys from its distinguished diplomats to engage the American government. Additionally, it is necessary to appoint permanent ambassadors to represent Nigeria's interests on the international stage. To my fellow countrymen, this is an important moment where we should emphasize unity of belonging over division. Earlier, Moore vowed to get the roots of the alleged genocide against Christians in Nigeria. So we can now see that everybody now has now tagged Nigeria as a particular country of concern. They are now like, this particular country, why this country all the time? Why Nigeria all the time? The insecurity today is getting too much. And the killings of Christians is getting larger and larger day by day. The shedding of blood there is too much. This is why Donald Trump came out to say, I will put an end to this. Enough is enough. It should stop. Well, I'd love to have your take on this. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section. Like this video, share this video, and most importantly, leave a famous Nnamdi Kanu in the comment section. Always hit the subscribe button so that you won't be missing any trending updates about Nnamdi Kanu.